Yo, my man.
Hey,
How's it going?
What up, bro? Hey, check this out. So we've been trying to get you on, but we keep running out of time. Uh, but check this out. Everybody's been emailing, spamming, texting. Get Pat on. We want this Pat guy on. You guys keep talking about Pat. Who is he? Put him on. And Jason and I didn't want to, but the people
I
have
don't know if I want
spoken,
to be
bro.
on now.
The people have spoken. So check it out, man. You know way more about the NFL than I do. I know Jason follows along here a little bit, but I really don't. I think I don't know. Maybe I just don't care. I'm not sure what it is. I don't. The Rams are in it, so I care about that. But I don't know why, man. Maybe as I'm getting older, I care less, and I hope that's not the case because I love sports in general. But even basketball, which is my favorite sport, I'm caring a little less, bro, and I'm a little concerned with that. A little bit.
I've been on a basketball for the past couple of years. I had season seats for the Clippers for a few years, and I never renewed this year. I think it's
why
just,
is that?
you know what? It's not the same. There's no defense really.
Yeah.
You guys probably saw the Laker game last night. It was just, it's bad.
yeah. The Lakers are pretty bad right now.
Oh, I know.
The Clippers were to begin with, but aren't they doing pretty good as of late?
Oh yeah. They've been on fire as late. Yeah, they finally figured it out. They've always just needed a point guard. And that was the thing. You needed someone to get Kawhi the ball and Paul George the ball and make somebody better.
Yep.
Lakers,
True.
on the other hand, they got LeBron, so hey, you got a chance, right?
Yeah, I mean he's playing pretty freaking amazing though, man. At his age, that's insane.
Yeah, it's like, what is he? 39? Just turned 39.
Yeah.
I mean, he's playing 30, 34, 35 minutes a game. I mean, that's a lot. Especially like with the schedule of back-to-backs and every other game and everything like that. How long is he going to last? I don't know. I mean, I'm not a huge LeBron fan. His game is I'm bigger than you, so I'm just going to run you down. And nobody wants to stand in front of a 6'8", 250-pounder going fast. Like, it's not good for your health. So it's like, that's always been his game. So it's like, how much longer can he do that? So we don't know.
It's pretty amazing that he's been doing it this long, man.
Yeah.
With the bully ball, essentially.
Yeah, there's a lot of flop. I've never seen someone go down so easily. And then again, I did watch my kids play last night, and a couple of them went down pretty easy.
Are they playing basketball?
Yeah, he's playing for his junior high team. So,
cool.
It was a good one.
Very cool. Well, check this out, man. Let's start off strong here. Let's do a Super Bowl pick right now.
Ooh.
Who wants to go first? Come on, Jason, you're up, bro. Come on.
Okay, I'll go.
Don't say Chargers either.
Yeah, that'd be a little tough right now.
For Chargers.
I think the Ravens, and.
You took my pick.
Yeah, I mean it's boring, but probably Ravens, Niners. Yeah.
I think Baltimore takes it. I'm going Baltimore. That's gonna be my pick.
Okay.
So I gotta throw the one out. All right.
Just throw the one out.
A couple weeks ago, I had a friend of mine across state lines, not too far from here, with lots of lights, throw a bet at plus 1580 for the Super Bowl matchup of Detroit Lions, Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
I think with how everything's going and unpredictability of everything, and who knows who's going to be available and who's getting hurt and everything, and what a great story of two horribly ran franchises for all of our lives. They're going to make it in the Super Bowl. I mean, that's a good storyline.
That'd be interesting for sure.
Yeah, but it'll probably be what you guys said. Probably be San Francisco and Baltimore. Those are two of the best teams there. But San Francisco get hurt. McCaffrey doesn't come out. They're done with. Lamar goes out. They're done with.
Mhm.
They have no other backup for Lamar. So
Yeah.
So who's your pick?
Yeah, I'd probably say I'll go Detroit.
Detroit takes it all. Okay.
Yeah, Detroit takes it all. I mean, I like their coach. I mean, he's willing to go for it, fourth down, 5 yards to go on his 20. So, yeah, I'm gonna roll with him.
It don't remind me of Staley, man.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's just calculated, and when your team has your back,
Yeah.
you can do it. When your team's looking at you, going like, "Why did you just call a timeout when we could just let the clock run and make it to the playoffs?" Yeah, I mean, you got that one there. I mean, Staley was not good, but then again, was he better than the coach you had before?
Probably.
They were both horrible. So I mean, it's like it's who do they get now? Do they get Harbaugh?
I hope so.
Do they get Belichick? I mean, who knows?
I'd rather have Harbaugh.
Harbaugh is good for 5 years. After 5 years, he'll wear out his welcome, and you'll have to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So, do you do that to your franchise? I mean, you might have some instant success, but you still have. I mean, you guys play in a tough division. So
yeah,
we'll see.
It is weird, but yeah, I'll say Detroit wins it all. I'll probably be the only person who says Detroit wins it all.
maybe. Well, let's start then. You say they're going to take Cleveland out. All right. Well,
let me
no, yeah. I'm on the Flacco bandwagon. I think this guy he does not have a care in the world, and he's going to throw the ball. And Cleveland's going to have to look at it. And why do we pay Watson and all this guaranteed money?
Yeah, the Watson Bowl of Cleveland and Houston. Let me pull up the matchups, and we can go through each of them here.
Yeah, let's start in the AFC there, since Cleveland and Houston there.
Yeah, that should have been the return of Watson. The script was planned out.
Let's make a pick here. What do you think, Jay?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the upset of Houston pulling it off. Yeah,
I'm doing the same. I'm going Houston actually.
Houston's good. CJ Stroud, he's played in big games. I have to go with Cleveland because I got them in the Super Bowl. I mean, you pretty much pigeonholed me on my picks right off the bat. I mean, I'm a little handcuffed here. But yeah, I mean, it'll be a close game. I don't think it's gonna be very high scoring.
Yeah.
I think if Cleveland plays like if they run the ball and just do what they've been doing the past 5 weeks with Flacco, I think they'll take it. CJ Stroud's definitely a difference maker. Their defense is somewhat suspect sometimes, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I got Cleveland.
Yeah, that could be the difference, the defense, because Myles Garrett with Cleveland, that can be a tough defense sometimes. So
yeah,
so we'll see. Then
what's the next one, man?
You got
they played a couple weeks ago too, and Cleveland won. So they got that.
True.
Yeah, they got some familiarity with it.
Very true.
Yeah, and you got the Ice Bowl down with Kansas
City,
Miami.
Man,
is it going to be in KC? I mean, I saw reports today that like they might move that game and they might move the Steeler game because of the weather.
Yeah, I heard the Steeler game might be moved. I haven't heard KC might be moved. Really.
Yeah, it just all depends on what they do. I mean, they put out if it's unsafe for people to show up, then it goes in there. But you can get tickets for $33. Not bad.
Good deal.
Would you do that to freeze your ass off?
Beer's $34.
I need a lot of whiskey.
yeah, for sure. But that's a good one. You know what? Miami's interesting, but I gotta go with Mahomes, who's been in it a thousand times. I just gotta go there. I can't go against him. I have a tough time going against him.
Well, the bright side is Mahomes doesn't have to throw the ball in this weather.
That's true. That's true.
Receivers can't catch the ball, so
Yeah,
potato.
yeah, and that KC defense has actually been good this year.
Yeah, they have been.
Yeah, I'm going KC. I'd love for Miami to pull off the upset, but
Right.
yeah, with they seem like they're banged up too, and they haven't won any big games this year. Yeah, KC, I think.
Yep, KC is a pick.
All right. Let's go. What are you thinking here, bro? You know where we're going, Pat.
Oh, we're going for the Sunday morning game?
Pittsburgh and the coach you've been talking about quite a bit.
Oh, Fraudlin. Yeah.
Yeah. What's up with this guy?
Absolute garbage. He's a fraud. I need at least 3 hours. I'm gonna have my Pepe Silva moment of just pinpointing of like how many bad decisions he's made over his career. But honestly, if it's ugly, Pittsburgh might win. I mean,
Okay.
it's good. I mean, a lot depends on where it's. I mean, if it's played, like I saw pictures. Like if you pull up these pictures of Buffalo right now, that stadium, they've lost the first like 25 rows of their stadium. It's just all snow. I mean, it's just so much snow at that stadium right now. So I don't even know if it'll be played there. If it's played in Cleveland, which is an hour and a half from Pittsburgh, 2 hours from Pittsburgh, it's gonna be a lot of. It's not going to be a home game for Buffalo. So
Buffalo.
yeah, I mean it's going to be ugly. I mean the weather's just going to be bad in both places. So
you mentioned of a possibility of another game being moved. Is this a thing now or what? Because it wasn't in the past, right? It's like you play no matter what.
yeah, but I think now. I mean, they don't play a lot of times when there's lightning in the area. They'll shut the games down and everything, safety things. Before they just didn't care about anybody. Just we played the game and you played the game. If you died, you died.
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, if they call a natural disaster, which they might do, just for safety reasons, they're not going to be able to get anyone to the stadium. If they can't get anyone to the stadium, will they have the game there? I don't know. But then you still have to be able to get, if anybody does get injured, you have to be able to get them out and into hospitals or whatever. I don't
know. Yep.
Yeah, the conditions are just so crazy.
Well,
you know, we're not used to it to this degree, I think.
Well, they changed the one in Mexico a few years ago, huh? With the fires.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we've had, and then in LA, we've had a couple of them because of our fires, where they postponed the games a day or two, or what? I mean, yeah, I think when they moved one of them was the Rams were playing at the Rose Bowl at the time, I think, right?
They're getting soft, bro.
Yeah, you can't hit anybody. You can't hit the quarterback.
Back in the 80s, they used to play in fire, no problem. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? Moving games. Let's play.
I don't know. I mean, this wouldn't fly with the turkey ball. I can tell you that much.
The good old turkey ball.
We played in the mud and the rain.
We only played in the rain one time.
I know. I was slipping around there. I was there.
That was the greatest moment of my turkey bowl.
The slip and slide.
Other than throwing a nice little bomb on the first play to somebody. So hey,
yeah, that was my greatest moment, man.
Called it out.
Yep.
Called it.
Oh man, that was Jason was telling us about that. That was great.
Yeah,
that was funny.
Even sitting there, I'm like, you're going to be the last pick, and I'm going to go out for my inaugural. I got to go play because my son's in Hawaii, and just run, and I'll throw you the ball.
Yeah,
wasn't that bad?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
perfect play.
Perfect play. Just run.
Just run. Yeah.
Jay, what's your pick on this one, bro?
I'm. Ew.
You're going Buffalo. I know you are.
I'm going Buffalo, but like Pat said, it could be a slugfest, and if it happens like that, then it could go either way. But I'll still take Buffalo here.
Going Buffalo.
Yeah.
Same.
I'll go Pittsburgh, but I don't like it because that just means another year of Tomlin. So
All right, on to the NFC.
All right, NFC. Let's see.
What do we got? Philly, Tampa?
that's Monday night. We got
That is Monday
Cowboys.
night, yeah.
I think Cowboys are the next game up, right?
Yes, yep. Cowboys in the Green Bay.
That's gonna be a fun one right there.
Yeah.
That should be a fun one. It's interesting with Green Bay and the quarterback. That's interesting.
I know. There's lots of love in Green Bay for him.
Yeah, you know what though, bro? That with Dallas, I to me they're the Chargers. They're like the same team. Every year they look freaking amazing and they got great players, and then they just drop off.
Oh, it gets cold. I mean, they falter as soon as December hits.
Yeah.
And then this year they haven't played anybody. I mean, they like their wins against teams above 500 was Seattle, but they're not above 500. Philadelphia, but Philadelphia's they've got issues.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, true.
when they played good teams, they got handled. I mean, they lost against Arizona in the beginning of the year, but I don't know. We'll see what happens once they get punched in the mouth. I think they can easily go out in the first round as a big upset, and then they'll have a coaching change. I think that will be the big story on Monday.
Interesting. Okay. All right, Jason. What do you think? Who's gonna take it?
Whew, my head says Dallas. I'd rather Green Bay win. I'm sick of all the hype the Cowboys always get. I would love for Green Bay to pull off the upset. I think they have the chance to, but I'll stick with Dallas on this one.
I'm sticking with Dallas. Same.
I'll go Green Bay. I think they don't care. They're young.
Yeah.
They're gonna go in there with no pressure. Dallas is gonna have the weight of the world on them.
Yeah, they will.
It's true.
And is Dak gonna go throw an interception when it really matters? I mean, Pollard hasn't done anything this year running the ball. I mean, they relied on their defense, and if those young kids don't care and just go out there and just go have fun with no pressure, they've won a lot too. I think 6 of the last 7 games they won.
Yeah.
So Green Bay for me.
I hope Green Bay wins too. I'm with Jason. I hope they win too.
I just love watching Dallas fans suffer. Oh, this is our year. It's staying since like 85.
You and Stephen A. both.
Yeah.
All right, man. Now until the best game out of the weekend here. Rams. Well, we already know you're taking Detroit.
But is this not like the greatest storyline ever?
Oh yeah, Goff.
Yeah, exactly.
You trade quarterback for quarterback, and now the prodigal son gets to come back to Detroit, where he spent all those years, and everyone in Detroit cheered for him in the Super Bowl. And now he's gonna go play in Detroit, and they haven't had a playoff game there for 30 years. And Goff,
that's incredible.
Goff, the redheaded stepchild, was banished from La La Land, and now he's bringing that team back. I mean, there's lots of storylines. Like this whole weekend's full of storylines.
Yeah.
Give me some good news on my Rams, bro. Give me something here. Do they have a shot?
You're here. You always have a shot. You guys got Puka. I mean, I think it's going to be a shootout, and unfortunately, you guys have it's going to be 7-6, 14-12, and you're going to have a problem kicking field goals. The Rams, it's it's going to be touchdown for touchdown, but there's going to be a couple missed extra points thrown in there, and it might come down to, instead of kicking a 30-yard, 40-yard field goal on 4th and 7, they're going to make a decision to go for it.
Try to go for it
because their kicker can't make an extra point. That's where it's going to come down to. So, I mean, I think it's going to be a fun game. Like, that will be a fun game to watch. I think it's going to go back and forth. There'll be a lot of second guessing, but it's going to come down to special teams. Detroit moves on.
All right. Jay, what do you think?
It's going to be a shootout, definitely. But
gunslinging.
I think like Pat said, Detroit just barely pulls it off. Being at home and not having the kicker problem, and Ross St. Brown going crazy. I think.
Pride of modern day.
Yeah.
Plus, they haven't had a playoff game there for 30 years.
Yeah, it's going to be.
They're going to be fired up.
And then Michigan just won the national championship.
Yes.
Like Detroit, I would love to go to that game just for the energy alone, because like they're going to be rocking. It's Detroit. It's not like their basketball team's any good. It's not like they're. There's a lot of bad things in Detroit, but the Lions and Michigan and the Wolverines are not one of them. So I think it's going to be ruckus there. And do they turn on Stafford?
Oh, yeah.
And does Stafford throw one of his picks? Like, I mean, he's done it before. So
absolutely.
But yeah, it'll be a shootout, and it'll go down to field goals. Who can make them and who can't? So
I can see it being close too. It's going to be, they're going to be fired up as hell, man. Big time. For sure.
Yeah.
What else? All right. So now it's Philly, Tampa.
Who you got? What is it?
Oh, no, Rams. I'm taking Rams. Yeah, of course.
Read the hat. All right, the Monday night game, right?
Yeah, Monday night game.
Yeah.
That was interesting because, like you said, Philly's not, they weren't playing all that well there at the end. What do you think on this one?
And have you guys heard what's happened that's came out like the past couple days?
No.
It's not sunny in Philadelphia anymore. Like AJ Brown is like, he didn't show up to practice today.
Wow.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's some drama in Philly with AJ Brown and Hurts. Like they do not like each other, I guess. Like I think AJ Brown deleted like all of his social media stuff, anything that represents the Eagles, and like does not want to be there at all. Doesn't show up for practice. And this is like, dude, you're going to the playoffs. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
Can't this shit wait till like the end of the season?
Right.
Yeah, there's they're not looking good. But they're playing Tampa Bay with Baker. What's Baker gonna do?
Oh man. What do you think, Jay?
It's an interesting matchup because Philly's hurting, but they do get Tampa Bay, which is the best team they could have faced at this time right now. So I think at least for this game, I think they get right and they beat Tampa Bay. Yeah.
Who's your pick, Pat?
I'll go with Philly just because they've been here before, but I don't know. I mean, it's a toss. It's going to be close. I'll go with Philly.
I think I'm going Philly too. I think they're going to get him.
You know what? I'm going to go with Baker. I'm going to ride the Baker train.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He's going to get them fired up. I think Philly might have too much problems with AJ Brown in the locker room, and he might not even show up. And then with Hurts busted finger and everything. Yeah, you know what? Baker. Let's go. Let's take the Baker train.
He's played well this year, hasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he's playing like he's playing with passion. And that's like what he needs. He needs to play with that energy of throwing a bomb and beating everybody down the field and celebrating in the end zone and running crazy. And he needs that, like that college atmosphere. That's what he lives off of. So,
and that Philly defense is really weak right now. So, I think,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, they fired their defensive coordinator in the middle of the year and brought in Matt Patricia, who was the offensive coordinator for the Patriots last year.
Yeah.
So he hasn't brought them back. And there's just a lot of drama. Plus, they played a lot of games in the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Like
True,
a lot
true.
of games. And that offensive line's not as young as they were.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sticking with Philly on that one. Some interesting points, but I gotta go Philly. I think it's hard to go against freaking Hurts, man. He's so damn good.
It is, yeah.
when it comes down to a 1 yard run to win the game, it will be Philly.
Give him the ball.
It's the unstoppable play right there.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hope they don't ban it. Like,
yeah, they
just
should.
they want him. Like, it works. It's not a football play. Did he hike the ball? Did he run the ball? I mean, not too long ago, throwing the ball was illegal in football. So, yeah.
Oh, man, that's funny. Jay, some final thoughts here, man. What do you think?
It should be a crazy weekend. I mean, I'm sure these predictions will all turn upside down and things will happen we didn't expect, and injuries and freak plays, and it'll just be a fun weekend of football.
That's why it's so damn fun, man. It's all the games look interesting. Every single one of them, bro.
Story. They all have a good story. I mean, the only game that doesn't have a good story with someone coming back or the return of someone is the Steeler Bills game.
Steeler Bills.
Yeah. There's no storyline for that. But I mean, you got Tyreek coming back to Kansas City. You got Flacco. I mean, you got like all these just good storylines, and the script writers were awesome, I guess, right? Are we still doing the script thing?
Very true.
Yeah. We'll see how the calls go. Everyone will start talking.
Yeah, there you go.
Again,
yeah, we'll find out about that one.
So we got some playoff fantasy going on. Pat, are you in on that?
No, I suck this year in fantasy.
No, but we're doing the playoffs. So, but you don't want to do playoff fantasy?
Oh yeah, I'll jump in on it. I got to redeem my my 2-16 record. God,
I was right there. I was right there with you, bro. I was right there with you.
I mean, I started off with gangbusters and then just didn't win another game. It was bad.
Yeah.
Had Bijan Robinson getting me negative yards and coming out with a headache.
I know.
Like, I will not draft him, period, next year.
Not happening?
Well, it just all depends on the coach. I mean, if Atlanta needs a coach, so we'll see what type of coach comes in. There's a lot of teams that need coaches, and a lot of teams that are going to get like new quarterbacks and new stuff. Like Atlanta needs a quarterback, so we'll see what happens there. See if they trade up to go get the number 1 pick of Caleb Williams, which would be Atlanta would be a scary team with Caleb Williams.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they got Drake London.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, they got Bijan Robinson and who's a tight end who never shows up? Pitts, yeah.
Pitts.
But I mean, that's like bad coaching there. Like, they just never played those 3 guys at the same time. So it's like, all right. And then you had Ritter. So it's like, if they go up and go get Caleb Williams, that'd be insane to have that duo. I mean, that would be a really good team there.
Yep, for sure, man.
Spread it all away.
Final thoughts for you, Pat? Anything? What's the game you're looking forward to the most? I don't know if you mentioned it or not.
Your game, Detroit Rams.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to watch my Steelers play.
Sure.
But
of course.
just for, I mean, I think the most exciting game is going to be the Detroit Rams game. I think
The
that's going to.
closest, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be the. I think it's just going to be exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, the energy coming out of Ford Field, like you've got a whole state behind you, and they just won the national championship, and nothing's happened there in 30 years. Like 30 years.
Mhm.
Like you haven't
Mhm.
played in a playoff game in 30 years. That's
Everyone's literally behind them right now.
yeah,
Probably every single person in the
yeah.
Detroit, bro.
Even when they had Barry Sanders, they couldn't win.
No, even when they had Stafford and Megatron, like he couldn't even get them in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, you mentioned the Puka with the Rams, but I wonder if he can keep his composure in this environment. He's a rookie, man.
Yeah, but he's a wide receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, it's he's not the quarterback. I mean, a rookie quarterback in the playoffs is something you have to worry about because they have to make that. They're making the decision all the time. A wide receiver just needs to run and catch the ball. Like, catch the ball, run, do your plays, you're good to go. They're not touching the ball every single time and making decisions. Like, and that's with the Browns and CJ Stroud. Like, is that moment going to be too big for CJ Stroud?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. So, I mean, that one right there. But he's got Stafford, who's not going to lead him into too much trouble. You got Puka. You got the running back, Kyron Williams.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's an absolute stud. So it's like, how do they play that? And then came Detroit's secondary, which is like holier than thou sometimes. Are they going to be able to keep up with Cup and Puka? So it's like, that's where the shootout's going to go. But then are the Rams going to be able to stop Laporta and St. Brown?
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, it's what quarterback's going to make a mistake? Is it going to be too big for Goff, or is Goff going to be hyper focused because he's looking across the sideline and that coach right there goes, I don't want you. I'm going to trade you and all of our picks for Matthew Stafford. And Detroit's like, cool, we'll take him and all your picks, and now we're in the playoffs, something that Stafford couldn't do. And is Stafford going to go in there and have a playoff game in Detroit, something that he couldn't do when he was there, and then try to do too much and maybe throw a pick? I mean, you never know on that end. I mean, I think that's going to be the fun game. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best game out of the whole year. It's the other games. It's just the weather is just horrible.
Yeah, I see Goff ready to go. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah,
I think he's going to be freaking ready.
And he wasn't that bad. Like, he did get them to the Super Bowl. Granted, they didn't win it, but he was what, second year, third year?
Yeah.
So it's like he got them there, and he had that game against Mahomes where they threw up like 250 points each.
Yeah.
Yes.
That game was. I mean, that was a fun game. So does he do it again now on like the biggest stage in Detroit history? I think he will.
That's going to be fun, man. All these games are going to be fun. We shall see.
I know. Well, we're going to have to follow it up next week to see if anything was right.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man. Well, Jason, anything else?
Oh, and when are we going to see the Iron Claw, guys?
Which one's the Iron Claw?
You haven't heard about this one? The wrestling movie about the Von Erich brothers?
Oh, the Von Erich one. Yeah. Is that out yet?
Yeah. I loved it. I want to see it again, man. So
okay, yeah, no, I definitely want to see it. I mean, last movie I saw with you was Cocaine Bear, and that was phenomenal.
Pat, were you a big wrestling fan?
Oh, huge.
Still?
I mean, maybe not so much now.
Okay.
I think I tried to watch it a little bit with my kid, but the storylines were just horrendous. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, they were just bad. Like, I mean, I like with the internet and Instagram and everything and the algorithm, I will always get a video that pops up. I'll get an old DX video that pops up, and it's like I know every word, and I'm like, how do I remember every single word?
Who were your favorites back in the day?
Well, I mean, me and Duncan went to a lot of shows. So we've been to SummerSlam. We've been to Bash at the Beach. We did a lot of WCW shows.
I was
We
at
went
Bash at the Beach.
Yeah. Did you go to us in Vegas?
No. What was this? Dude, I didn't even remember where the hell it was. The Bash at the Beach one.
Yeah, we did. We did Vegas a few times, and we did the Pond. And when they came out to LA, we went to a bunch of shows. But I had one show where, because everybody has their sign and everything, and I had a sign that says "Pimpin' Ain't Easy," and I had my full on pimp suit on. It was fun.
Awesome.
But yeah, I mean, NWO. I mean, give me the Wolfpack, Kevin Nash, Razor Ramon. That's good.
Yeah, right around that time, I think I was done watching at that point. So everything before that, I always say everything before like Rock and Triple H and Cena and all those guys.
Okay.
Before that.
Before that? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everything before that.
I got all the way into the DX and the Attitude Era. And then after that, the storylines were like, all right, I'm done. And then my kid got into it. And then he would sit there watching it. And like, I wasn't a big Cena guy. So it was like, I'm watching these storylines and I'm like, it's not that good. Well, give me back Sable and like, give me the girls.
Yep. Jason, you're not watching still, are you?
I see pictures of him now, and I'm like, oh, he did not age well. But what's it? Stacy Keibler still looks good, though. Remember her?
Really? Okay.
You remember her?
I know who she is. I never watched her wrestle, but I know who she is, yeah.
Yeah. I saw a picture of her, but it was not Summer, but I can't think of her name. It was one of the blonde girls. And I saw her. She got arrested and everything. It was sad.
There's a lot of sad stories in wrestling, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, tons. And then plus all of them are dying now, too.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah. But I like watching these guys' interviews today. And like Undertaker and all those guys tell you these stories from back in the day. And it's wild, man, the stuff they had to go through. From medical attention, to everything, man. It was terrible.
Like some of these stories of their road trips where they're like, they just did a show and then they're on the road going to the next day to do another show. And they're working 375 days out of the year. And it's like, we only got 360. So I'm like, hey, like they're working all the time. But it sounds fun too. It's the parties and everything else. I mean, I listen to Ric Flair and
Ric Flair.
I mean, how believable some of his stories are, I don't know. But hey,
they're fun stories.
That's the whole thing. It was fun. I mean, can they do any of that shit in today's climate? No. But they got away with a lot in the 80s.
Nobody was recording back then.
Oh, no. No, not at all.
All right, bro. Well, man, thank you for jumping on, dude.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it for sure.
Hopefully I lived up to the hype that you guys gave me. I should have came on right off the bat.
Yeah. For sure. Absolutely.
All right, guys. So
thank you, brother. Time. Hey, real quick before you go. Yeah. Jay, before you go. Any I know you do some stuff online. I don't know if you got anything going on, anything you want to mention or socials, anything like that.
Yeah, if you guys like cards and everything,
cards,
I'll send you guys the link and everything. I have a full eBay store. It has tons of cards. I mean, that's what I'm doing, eBay right now. So we got Shohei Ohtani rookie cards and all kinds of stuff. We might bring back our channel and start doing some lives and doing some live rips and everything. So
is that channel up or not really?
Going? I got my Facebook page, but we're debating on how we're going to run it. And that's 2024. We got to figure out what we're going to do there and get more social media and everything else going. So we can do some fun stuff with the cards and sell them.
Okay.
And have some good stuff. But I will keep you guys posted on what we do.
All right, buddy. All right, man. Well, thank you, bro.
Right. You guys have a good one.
All right.
Peace.
All right,
Go
bye.
Rams.